got our parts in. There's the brake line that I ordered, but I found out that I already had one, so. But I'm gonna stick this in this bag and put it back on my little pegboard wall there. And I have another one. Okay. Got this fuel pump. Carter. This is not an expensive fuel pump. So hopefully, yeah. Yep. So we're going to try to put this on here today. I don't have a lot of time this afternoon, but get this thing back down on the ground and put this on. Well, got that cleaned off down there from the fuel pump, and hopefully we'll get the fuel pump rod to push up and stay up when we put that in there. And somewhere got some gaskets. Lo and behold, it's kind of a miracle to find out. We got a fuel pump gasket. Oh yeah. Put a little silicone on here and we'll see if we can stab that thing in there and torque her down. All right, got the fuel pump in there. While I'm here, I'm going to change these hoses. These is pretty dried up. Put some new hose on there. And yeah, hook my hose and filter back up to the carburetor. We'll fire it up and see if she's pumping fuel. Hey, let's spin this and see if it's picking up fuel. Yep, it looks like it is. Took a few spins there, but so maybe this pump will be good. This has got the small plugs in it. Let's see what this first plug looks like. That's about what I expected. So just a set of plugs, it's probably going to help tremendously. Lo and behold, I had a set of plugs. So I guess it shouldn't be too surprising, but so I'm going to start changing some plugs here. See if that's got a gap. Yeah, it's got a gap. This is a R44 plug. It would help to go to a hotter plug, but really, this thing wouldn't have any issues as far as fouling plugs. I think the biggest part of it's just where I had spun it slow, the battery was weak back a while back, trying to get it in the garage, and it never fired, and I let it sit, and then dead gas and everything else. So I have these, I'm gonna put them in. All right, change the plugs. I am sure it's gonna sound way yonder better than what it did. Because them plugs was rough shape. Oh man, good morning guys. We're back at it. Hey, got some new skins. I found 2 more wheels I had. I robbed them off a project that I got, and these are actually a little bit wider wheel. If you'll see here, there's not a lot of difference, but yeah, these wheels are a little bit wider. They're going on the back. You don't be able to tell much difference. But these are 225 70 15s. That's what the tires are. I had a wide tire on the back of this thing. I had a 255 60 was what was on the back. And I had them wheels. They were an 8-inch wheel. And I didn't think these wheels are 8-inch. I know they're not as wide as what was on it, but they are wider. I don't know. Anyway, but I kept the wheels that was on the back. I'm going to put them on another project you'll see probably in a few months. But while I had this thing, all the wheels and tires, all of it, you know, I had put the line on here, and I still need to bleed this hose here, or this side here. I'm going to kind of pull the hubs off back here and check these. I think I put new wheel cylinders in this thing, or rebuild these wheel cylinders. I can't remember. So we're going to pull these out and check, make sure there's not any leaks. It's kind of once over everything, twice over everything, before we put these back on. And yeah, and then we'll go to whatever's next. I want to make this thing to where somebody get in it, fire it up, and cruise around without any issues, and send it on its way. So had a little bit of caked on dirt all around in here, and decided to chip all over the way. Man, we'll wind up getting several pounds of dirt, grime off underneath this thing. Yeah, it's a little rough, but what a cool look. What a cool rustic. If you want a rat rod that looks cool going to shows, this whole thing will get about as much looks as something really nice, just because of the rust patina. I'm telling you, it would be nice to take and maybe LS this thing, and maybe air ride it, bag it, and put some big wheels on it. But I got too many projects. This one's gonna go down the road. I'm gonna take a big can and I'm gonna soak everything down under here that a fella might wind up getting to someday. Yeah, just everything got a bolt on it. Yep. Everything. I got several hammers laying around somewhere, but I can't find them. But I found that ball for a hitch. It's loose. Yep, about that. Drum don't look bad. Huh. I may have put brakes on this thing. Good looking brake pads. Yeah. I changed, either put kits in these cylinders or put new cylinders on them. But you can see that's been changed. It's got the new rubber on the ends there. Yeah, I believe I put pads on this, so that looks fine. This side appears to be the same. The cylinder changed. Tell by the darker rubber on that wheel cylinder. I don't see anything really leaking. Thick pad. I'll get my air hose and blow all that out. But yeah, it looks fine. Raise the door. It's warming up a little bit today. Whew, bad idea. Where'd that come from? I do this to the whole car. Yep. Put that drum back on. I need a mask on. I need a mask on. Woo! Get out of there. I did notice I didn't change this back brake line right here. So evidently it wasn't stopped up, it wasn't collapsing because the back brakes work. But I may go ahead and change that. We'll see what I'll get into here, but I may go ahead and change that also. I might spray a little black paint just on the drums here. I ain't worried about nothing else. While we're here, let's see if we got any gear oil back here. That wasn't tight. Wasn't very tight. I sprayed that with PB Blasters. That's not gear oil that has came out. Well, it's really dark. Really dark. It's a little low. We can get some in there. Let's see if we can get some of this in here. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I got one of the little pumps. But it's for a larger hole than this gear bottle. This will work here. This bottle was not full. That might be enough. Whoop. We'll let that drain a while so I don't get it all on my floor. And then we'll check it. Hey, I decided to scuff these wheels up a little bit. I'm going to spray a little black paint on them because I don't know what, I don't know if I'm just going to run a dog dish, if I'm not going to run a dog dish, if I'm going to run a hubcap on these things. I don't know. I mean, if you saw the first video, you seen it had the wide porta walls on it. So it's going to lose that look some. I sprayed a little black paint on these hubs because you want to show. Your tires and wheels kind of make a whole car. It's just going to have white walls, maybe dog dish, whatever. But you might be able to see kind of through the cracks of the wheel there. And it looks better if it's not rusty brown color. So yeah, I'm going to spray these before I put them on there. Why I got that sitting so high? Yeah. There's no use when you got a dip. Having it so high in there to put the power on. And the lug nut's on top of the fender. Somewhere. On top of the fender. Yeah. It's kind of fun to drive this car a little bit again. I hadn't had it out on the road in a long time. Yeah. It always rode and drove good and the brakes worked good. So, yeah. I lost my deep well 3/4 impact. Last time I remember seeing it was on Hot Rod Power Tour. If any of y'all guys picked it up, I lost it. Thanks. Hey, check that out. We have got brand new tires on the 63. That's a little loud. It's kind of rude. Earl Scruggs right there. But we got brand new tires on his 63 right here. I mean, brand new. We painted the wheels. Well, all we did. Painted the wheels, new tires, put a new brake line on, put a new fuel pump on, put new spark plugs in it. So got to bleed the brake lines for this front hose right here. I may or may not change that rear hose on to the back brakes. Yeah, I mean, we just got some more to do, but I'm going to kind of drop it down on the ground. I think that there was some wiring issues I wanted to clean up. I made kind of clean the inside of the car out, and see how it's running. Remember, it's got that dead gas in it, and I mean, it's dead gas. You can smell it. So I would like to drain it out. I may get my pump and pump that out of the tank. But you know, I put about 3 or 4 gallons of fresh in it. I don't know. We'll see. We might just try to get it out and drive it a little bit. Yeah, we'll get there. You know, I told you that I was on to, the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to sell this car, trade it off. Got a couple guys that had been asking about it for a while. And yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to have more in labor on this thing, and tires and wheels, than I even get out of the old car, you know what I mean? But it's something I wanted to do, get a little footage for the channel doing this. I think it'd be neat to get it back out on the road, maybe get some footage of it out on the road, and have a little fun with it before I send it on its way. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing this. Oh my goodness. I guess I didn't pay any attention to this, but I forgot this got the single line master cylinder on it. I drove that thing 3.5, 4 hours to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee with one of these old single line master cylinders on it. Coming down that mountain, whoo! I might have had to hit the truck escape ramp if the brakes went out. But the emergency brakes work. But I may see about changing this. I need to see if I can find a master cylinder for a later 60s manual drum. So let's spray that down with PB Blaster, and we'll see what we can find. Got her sit down on the ground there. Yeah, this car has always had, you know, a good stance or whatever. I got on the road. I heated the coil springs up on this, set it down lower, and you know, I like the ride height to it. It's got just a little bit of a rake in the rear. But yeah, the next video, hopefully we'll have this thing out on the road. I may or may not change this carburetor. If I don't change it, I'm gonna pull it off. I might put a kit in it. I needed to lean it out. This thing's always run rich. Don't exactly remember what that carburetor come off of, but we may change the jets in it. We'll lean this thing down a little bit to where it's not so rich. And yeah, get out, we're gonna clean it up a little bit, get out on the road, drive it around, and enjoy it for a little while before we send it on down the road. So I'm gonna close this video out here, and maybe in a week or so, we'll have probably the last video on this car here. So, thanks for watching, guys.